inspiration for the European Leadership Program actually comes from the first Jesuits, not only from Father John O'Malley, whom I had the blessing to live with personally, but to be inspired by the first Jesuits who helped the young people to develop as leaders and those who will change the society, change the city, as Father O'Malley would call it. Hello and greetings from Africa. I'm currently here in Nairobi visiting Father Charlie Chilufya, my counterpart. I work in Brussels. My name is Peter Rožič and I'm Social Apostolate Coordinator and Delegate for the Jesuit Conference of European Provincials, as well as the Director of JESC, the Jesuit European Social Center. The European Leadership Program is made for hearts and minds to navigate the challenge. We invite young and old to join us so that they can focus on training under 5 segments or aspects. One is we offer fellows to work in the institutions in Brussels, either the EU institutions or those working with them as NGOs, for example on climate change, families, the poor, and so on. The second segment is we offer classes for credits, and we teach modules such as European Union relations, coaching, and of course leadership. Another aspect of the program is community life. Fellows that are accepted to the program live on campus in the same house. They share their lives, their food, their social aspect of living, and so on. They learn from one another. The fourth aspect is immersion. Monday morning, very early, 6 o'clock, they serve the poor by providing them breakfast, or they do some other work so that they are well aware of the challenges of the society of today. And the fifth segment is spirituality and coaching. The program provides an opportunity to work with people who accompany these future leaders on their spiritual and professional path. The motivation for the European Leadership Program comes from a calling both old and new. Many centuries ago, Jesuits started to train young people so that they would develop as both leaders and followers of the society, having impact upon that society as well as the church at the time. So they founded colleges through which they would not only educate young people but also form them, form not only young people but also their parents, professors and teachers, and of course the Jesuits as well. Today, calling comes from both our society, which desperately needs good leaders, as well as from the Church and Pope Francis, who calls us in Europe and the world to help the next generation to take their lives in their hands and to bring about change that would lead to the common good, to the good of all. That's why the ELP, or European Leadership Program, is a comprehensive program. It is like a process of formation. It's not just a one-time event, but it takes 5 months so that at least a little bit fellows, as well as their professors, their coaches, the poor they work with, and others, get a sense of a community, get a sense of training, especially for virtue, get a sense of vocation and working on their own calling, so that based on that fire that kindles their vocation or calling, is then a solid basis for their lives as they will try to influence, participate in the society, or just be humble leaders, stewards of the gifts that they have been given from their parents and the society, so that eventually they give back. And in a sense, we as JESC, as we run this program, we learn a lot as we bring together high-level officials from different European institutions, businesses, NGOs, as we bring people from the church and other segments of the civil society, as we bring together the Jesuits and collaborators working for the spread of the gospel in Europe and around the world. The first generation of ELP Fellows started in February 2019. We currently run the second edition of the program. 8 fellows have joined us as we selected them among the many that applied, highly talented young people that come from all over Europe. In the first edition, there were also fellows that came from outside of Europe, and we much hope that in the future there will be fellows coming from Africa and beyond, as we hope that once fellows finish our program, they would also experience political, social, and other types of leadership on continents such as Africa, Asia, and beyond. There have been many achievements, and the most important one is the process that the fellows underwent themselves as their lives changed and as they deepened their sense of vocation as human beings, as Christians, as those loved by God and others. There have also been challenges, of course. To begin such a program is no easy feat, and we had to put a lot of energy into the program while not having many resources. But the most important fact there was not the resources or the background, but the relationship we establish with the fellows and that the fellows establish among themselves and with the world that surrounds them. That is the greatest of achievements, and no challenge or even problem can prevent that. Of course, we are learning as the program goes on, and most of the things that we run as the Jesuit European Social Center running this program come actually from the fellows and also those who coach them, teach them, work with them when they go out and meet and work with the poor, and so on.